Here.
Hello?
Have you checked the children?
They're all pots, all of them. Whatever you do, don't fall asleep. I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid!
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Here's Gingy.
Pain has a face. Allow me to show it to you. Gentlemen, I am pain.
I met this 6-year-old child, this blank, pale, emotionless face. The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
I think it's trouble.
Julie, this guy, if he can't take a joke, he stinks.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
Greetings, Flesh Wound Radio freaks, and welcome to a special commentary edition of Flesh Wound Radio. I am Daniel Shine, joined, as always, by Todd, full-sized lawyer. Todd, how goes it?
Some would say more than full size, but all goes well. Excited for tonight's commentary. Yeah. I'll let you explain tonight.
Channeling your inner Bundy already. Yes, we are. I'm going to do a special warning ahead of time because we don't do commentaries too often, so people that might be unfamiliar, haven't listened to one of our commentaries before. These are essentially meant to be played while you are watching the movie, like you would a normal commentary track. We always try and do it for films that don't have them. And tonight, of course, we are doing the full moon 1997 classic, The Creeps. So we'll go over the how it works when you hear the beep or whatever sound Todd has for us tonight. You will essentially hit enter, play, whatever on feature film for your Creeps Full Moon Blu-ray. And Todd, you might know this better than I would, but I don't know. If somebody's watching the DVD, would it kind of play the same way, or would they be a little behind?
Shouldn't be an issue. Same transfer. Same print at least. You should be fine with the DVD, or definitely we should mention you can also absolutely watch it on Hulu. It's available right now if you're a Hulu subscriber. I believe it's under the alternate title. What does it say on the cover, Dan?
Deformed Freaks.
Not Deformed Monsters?
Yeah, it was either Deformed. Maybe it's Deformed Monsters. I get mixed up with that and Hideous. Their alternate title stuff, I don't. It's a little odd. I get
on
why
the cover.
they do it, but
it's on the cover if you have it handy. I'm locked at the board, so.
Deformed Monsters. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
It is Deformed Monsters.
Thank you.
So
it is.
There you
go. Like I said, I'm still handcuffed to the board. I can't go over to the.
Yes.
Whatever the hell it's called.
Well, that works. So I should probably warn everybody, if you're offended by any kind of adult humor, probably tonight regarding little people, then you probably should stop listening now, because we are most definitely going to offend you thoroughly. So, yes. Definitely an adult show if you're a first-time listener. So Todd, how are you doing this evening? Because I do have, we're not doing news tonight, but I don't know. I should ask how you're doing. It's only the polite thing to do.
I guess. Go with that. All is well. Getting ready for this commentary. Interested in what madness you have in store. I'm putting this all on Dan. All hate mail is directed to Dan. I'm just an innocent dater in this train wreck about to happen. I'm just saying it now.
I did force Todd to watch a lot of midget porn. He had to like covertly watch like some really vile, horrible things that I sent him in preparation for this show. How did that work?
Oh, whoa. We have some interesting sound clips. I'll just go with that.
Okay, awesome. Yes, no, I was Todd's like.
I'm just putting it on you because I don't have time to deal with hate mail, and my schedule's too full.
Yes, absolutely. You can send me your hate mail. I usually whack off to it. I find it really nice, but haven't had anything really bad in a while. The worst thing I ever had since doing the show was a director that got really mad at a review.
I think our new policy should be all hate mail will get read on the air.
Yeah. I have no problem with that. Strangely enough, not too bad. Well, we did have the one incident with somebody that may or may not be in this movie, but other than that, not too much. I have a few stories, but some are older.
Well, okay. Yeah. Other than Dad scarring my eyesight for the next decade, how are you doing? I didn't even ask you that. I didn't care. I was
doing pretty good,
watch all that midget anal. So.
Hey. Did you not make an admission, which I made as well, that we would both fuck Bridget the midget? Or no, you didn't. You mentioned some suicide girl.
Yes, it's Gemma Suicide. I recommend Googling her. If you add the word nude, you can see more than you could if you just regular Googled. Yeah,
you get to see that little beaver.
Yes. To me, Bridget the midget's always looked like a little Madonna, and I'm not gay enough to be into Madonna.
I like Bridget the midget. I like Bridget.
No, I'm
I'll
not
freely admit it.
I'm not saying she's not an unattractive little person. And as I've said, I cannot even allude to who it is. And as I've said, yes, I know someone who had a thing. I'm not even touched, but I know someone who had a thing for this one who knew her personally. So that's all I'm going to say.
I thought, actually, there was the other story that I don't know. I know we can't really tell it, but I didn't know if you got partial permission. I probably should have asked you this off air.
We'll save that one. I'm going to vaguely retell it, and I'll probably fuck it up, but whatever.
Yes,
I'm going to leave out I'm going to leave out the person who said it. But see, I don't it's going to be a lot less juicy than you'd hoped, because I don't. Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't have to be juicy. Just the fact that it happened is good enough for me. So I do have a couple little person. We're probably going to say midget during this, so that's just how it is. But hey, Todd, before we get into it, because I don't know if I'm going to fit these in. These were like just a few of the funnier ones I could find. What is the difference between a clever midget and a venereal disease?
What?
One is a cunning runt, the other is a running cunt.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so Dan's prep. Okay, I know.
I just want to offend them at the beginning so they don't.
So they don't get surprised. Here's the
absolutely.
thing.
Why can't a midget wear tampons?
Oh. You don't want to save these for the commentary? Okay, why?
She keeps stepping on the string. I'll save the rest, but that's... On that note, Todd, explain how the beep works, because I don't... The beep or whatever the hell we're doing.
Yeah, we're just going to use the beep. I'll save the other... Yeah, that other sound effect can come in handy later.
Okay, the first one is just a sample. The second one will be when you hit enter.
I'm just gonna. Here's what the beep sounds like, so you guys know this isn't the beep to start. So here we go.
That'll be what you're looking for. And we are going to be hitting play, OK, enter, whatever on your remote on feature film, which should be highlighted. And we'll do, like a 5-second countdown, Todd, or something?
We will. And, I guess that's, I think we explained it well. If you're a little off, you can always pause us or pause them, and you'll figure out if we're. Yeah, I honestly don't think we're going to be super scene specific, but.
Yeah, it might. You're probably not going to get the most informative commentary, but nonetheless, why not? Should be good.
Yes. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm going to go into history. Do you have any info on the film before we get into it?
Well, yes. I guess we can give some basics. I got to assume you're. Should I read the? I guess I should read the synopsis. Just
Well, while you're grabbing the cover, I do want to say this: we are both actually big fans of this film.
Yes. Absolutely. So if it sounds like we might. It is definitely lovingly mocking it. If you do want to hear some more traditional stuff, I would recommend. I mean, I guess it's been more than a few months now, but we do have a full moon show in our archives that we cover. Not everything, but we cover quite a bit of ground. We actually focus more on some of these films, while Full Moon was a lot more to us than just Puppet Master and Subspecies and Trancers, which we love those franchises, but, covered a lot of these. So if you're looking for something maybe a little more informative.
I'm going to go with this is punishment for not releasing this Blu-ray in 3D, like it was shot in StereoVision 3D, and I still, I do have it on a DVD, but that's not the point. I want a 3D Blu-ray, so.
I knew you would be upset, but I was pretty sure you would not get that 3D Blu-ray, so especially with the format dying.
Yeah, but the thing with that is they still sell. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the people who wanted 3D have it already, and they're still going to make projectors, but I don't think it has anything to do with the format, because I just bought my 3D Con. It has more to do with the fact that I don't know if they know how to make a 3D Blu-ray at Full Moon. If someone points out they have a fucking 3D Blu-ray of Metal Swarm, we all know that's because it's a Scream Factory disc, so shut the fuck up with that.
Yes, absolutely. You may still get it. It could happen. It's out there. It's a possibility.
I hope it does.
So, all right. So I have a cheap plug real quick. I'm just going to plug. It's completely inappropriate, but nonetheless, cheap plug, Mick Foley style. Flesh Wound Dan on eBay. That's me. If you want to buy some cool shit, I've got lots of cool shit up there. Lots of more cool shit coming, and I'm going through it because I know jack shit about it. But if you're a vinyl fan, I do have a lot of records that I'm sorting through. Not up yet, but I have some horror stuff, some movies. Check out Flesh Wound Dan on eBay.
And don't forget to check the adult section. Don't forget to check the adult section for all of his Bridget the Midget items. See, here's where
I may have some Bridget the Midget items.
We're going to go with this little discussion of that word when the movie starts, but don't let me forget that. Okay, go ahead. Tell us about what the movie, other than I said I'm annoyed the Blu-ray is not in 3D.
Yes. So for anybody who hasn't seen this, Dracula, Frankenstein, the werewolf, the mummy. They're alive and they're angry. These scary subjects of innumerable nightmares have been brought to life, but there was a problem in the process. Though imbued with the most expected attributes, the creature's creator made a little error in the equation. The frightening fiends materialize in miniature. 3 feet tall and not happy at all, the minuscule monsters embark on a mad mission to complete their creation at any cost. And this is, of course, a 1997 film from director Charles Band. And I did actually just notice a funny error on the Blu-ray. The rating is apparently PG-13. It is not. This is definitely an R-rated movie. There are titties.
That doesn't. Hold on.
No real gore though, but it's
PG-13.
On IMDb, Todd, I would bet you there's lesbianism and titties. There's no way that's PG-13.
I'm looking at IMDb right now. It's PG-13.
I feel like that could be an error.
Hold on. I'm going to look at the old DVD.
Yeah, I was going to say, although there's no real heavy language and there's basically no real gore, so I guess it's possible. Maybe the titties flew by.
It was a simpler time. If this disc says R, but the old DVD does say R, so. Yes,
and I don't. And there's. I didn't. I've not noticed anything different about this, so I'm guessing that's a misprint. Titties, you get an R rating. That's just how it is.
No,
but,
we've had this argument before. I can name numerous citations. Police Academy 2, titties. Disorderlies, titties. I guess they were both in the 80s, but there's more. They didn't get all weird on titties. They were in PG-13 for a while. They were in PG. Disorderlies is rated PG. So.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it in case somebody's watching it for the first time, but that one book sequence would definitely give you an R rating.
Well, it's been a while, so just remind me when we get there.
Yeah, I'll point it out. But, yeah, it's fairly light, but there are titties. All right, so should we do a countdown?
I guess we should. I should get a goddamn automated one. I got to do it all old school because I got to push the button. You just.
I'm gonna.
I got.
You're it. You're okay. All right, I'm gonna count down, and on 0, hit play, enter on feature film. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Full Moon Pictures presents. We're in sync, aren't we, Todd? We don't need to do a... There's the creeps. Todd?
What?
Oh, there. Well, I'm making sure you're there.
I'm trying to think. I was a few seconds behind, so I'm trying to resync myself. My player stalled. Tell me when we
should we do a
No,
should
tell
we
me
do a reboot?
No.
I see Joe Smith.
All right.
Should we do a reboot?
No, because my player's going slow. Just hold on. Tell me when you get to edit.
Pause?
No, just tell me when you get to edited.
Oh, okay. I'm on special makeup effects.
Sorry.
I'm on costume design. We can do a reboot. Production designer. I have a feeling we need to do a reboot.
No, I have no idea if my player's going to do it again, so just tell me when you get to edited.
Oh, I passed edited. I just passed that. I'm on written by.
Right.
Should I just talk while you catch up?
No. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on produced and directed by Charles Band. Well, I was going to point out, actually, there was Mr. Skin.
Oh, I'm in the library scene now, so we should be good. Or damn close.
Oh, okay, there we go. So there you go. We fucked up the credits, but that's okay. So Rhonda Griffin, I've heard, and it pretty much almost has to be her by process of elimination, but there's a Jacqueline Lovell, who's not in this movie but is a Full Moon staple, Mr. Skin interview where apparently she took the midnight train to Tuna Town on the set of Hideous with another actress. There's a couple possibilities, but I'm going to say for my fantasy it was Rhonda Griffin.
There you go.
Wow, this dude sweats. Todd, do you sweat like that when you're scoping out victims at the mall parking lot?
Man, I'm way too cool for that.
The early days, you know.
Yeah, maybe the first couple times.
It's planning to butt rape her by the encyclopedias.
That's one of the better spots. So here we go. Well, I'll save this to jump off the conversation. Well, let's talk about the film.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's always been one I really, really like. And I love this era of Full Moon because I really thought Full Moon was really hitting a stride for me in like the late 90s. They were making films that were so creative, so different to anything that was happening at the time. You know, they were unique, they were different, and I just kind of love this period. Some people thought that they started to lose their magic, and I actually have to pretty passionately disagree. Todd, you use the same mask when you chloroform your victims at the mall.
Yeah, it does. It helps you not knock yourself out. But no, I agree. I think the biggest problem, while there was a dip in budgets, I think the biggest problem was when they tried to touch their franchises, because that's when it was very, very, very obvious that it wasn't on par. Because if we look at that era of this time, the Curse of the Puppet Master, not their best work.
Yeah.
Same could be said with Retro, but it does have some fans. I don't hate Retro at all. But then there's stuff like Puppet Master Legacy and Trancer 6.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and good news. I did hear we are getting Puppet Master Legacy on Blue. I know you're excited.
I will wait for a $10 sale on that one because that doesn't really count. But, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was very glad we got this one on Blue. I knew you weren't going to get your 3D, but yeah.
Yeah, I know too. Maybe if 88 Films puts it out.
And, you know, this is one I've always said for a long time. A sequel to this would be very easy for them right now. We were talking before that maybe they can't afford Fonda Caro at this point, but a follow-up to this really, to me, would be, you know, budget possible. I mean, it really wouldn't be something that they couldn't do. And here comes our lesbian boss.
Yes, I know. Dan had a many. I don't even know. I know she's your type, Dan.
Absolutely. We should have had Nicole Bass play this role, but she's pretty good.
Yes.
Would have made it more amusing towards the end. She could have channeled some of those Extreme Associates bondage videos with the midgets.
Yeah, they didn't cross those. Unfortunately, we didn't get, you know, Nicole Bass beating the shit out of Bridget.
That would have been amazing. Her favorite things are tuna fish and Charles Dickens.
Yeah, but she doesn't like the dick.
Of course I like this movie, Todd. There are lesbians and there are midgets. You know, I'm an easy mark for those two things.
This is sure. Okay. Do we want to?
If Wizard of Oz had lesbians, it'd be my favorite.
Well, I think there almost was some between old Judy Garland and Glinda. Although I gotta say, for the record, that bitch made her walk all the way. She could have just clicked her fucking heels the whole time. But,
hey, there's some midget lesbian action in this Ain't Wizard of Oz XXX porn parody with Nina Hartley. So you do get it in there.
Is Nina the Wicked Witch of the West?
I don't remember who it was between, but yeah, Stella Marie. She has a lesbian scene in that. Fat dude's disappointed now. He knew he couldn't overpower them both, especially the Butch.
Now, I just want to know if in the porn parody, did they not let Dorothy eat and just make her chain smoke the whole time too?
Absolutely. That one's really good. I don't know if we should do a porn parody commentary at some point. That one actually was a great porn parody.
I don't know, Dan. You might get a little too quiet halfway through, and it might freak me out.
Oh yeah, you just hear some grunting and sound of the lotion dispenser.
It gets quiet when the
some good
old-fashioned. I know that.
Some good old-fashioned lesbian workplace harassment. Nothing wrong with that. Tried to find both of them on Facebook. I couldn't find them. Maybe I'm blocked. It's entirely possible.
Yeah, I have a feeling you might be blocked by someone else soon enough.
Probably already happened.
No. Well,
I liked Rhonda Griffin.
Yeah.
She had a short run, but I liked her.
Yeah. What other? I'm trying to think. I'm
Hideous.
Trying to look real quick.
Where either her, I think there's only one other possibility, had that lesbian tryst with Jacqueline Lavelle.
Yeah, she literally has 4 credits to her name.
Yeah.
Hideous,
I was going to say.
This, Naked Fear in '99. And what? I only have 4 lists. Lost.
It was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lost. In reality, in 2012, she was a nightclub patron.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not your typical, like, starlet. I mean, she's definitely not Jacqueline Lavelle, but I thought she was very talented and very cute.
Yeah, I
Maybe
know.
she didn't want to take her clothes off.
Oh.
She did get some titty suckage and Hideous, if I recall. I think that was her in that one. She was in the movie. I do remember that.
Yes, she was.
Book was stolen. I felt the same way when I accidentally came on my Jenny McCarthy Playboy.
Well,
tissues don't take that out. Our video store.
Yes.
I love looking at the posters.
Yeah.
All shit I saw in theaters too.
Well, I know there's quite a few of full moons in here too.
Yeah, we saw gratuitous product placement. I'm surprised he didn't work the toys in, but
this isn't Evil Bong, whatever shit. Anything after 4, they literally have the products they're selling in the movie. Like,
I do remember the lollipop stands. A lot of video stores had that.
Yes. You know what though? Here's the thing with the full moon posters in the video store. Is it even product placement? Because I know I used to go in the video stores and they'd always have them up anyway.
They did. And I'm looking, and I saw over this scene, I saw Long Kiss Goodnight in theaters, First Strike, Chain Reaction, Maximum Risk, Glimmer Man. I saw them all. I would love to be a fucking PI and a video clerk. Good God, that would have been fun.
Yeah, but I have to say, I mean, this is the part that made us all like kind of pop as film fans. He's going off on
Jess Franco.
Yeah. It has to be the letter.
You know, you had me. You had me with Barbed Wire Dolls and Vampiros Lesbos. This movie already had me at that.
So that's all they had to add to Puppet Master Legacy, and you would have loved it? Just a little scene like that?
Absolutely. Maybe some original content, but yeah, especially since I'm going to have to fucking buy that, and I'm not happy about it. But that one's going to be for a sale. I'm not paying full price. That one doesn't really count. But it is on IMDb, so our
But you know what?
You're
still always going to have a Blu-ray hole.
Well, I don't know. There's a listing.
Demonic Toys
Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys? There is a listing for it on Blu-ray.com. I don't know if that means anything, but
it doesn't. That's the whole
probably
thing.
Not.
No, because it's like Wikipedia. Basically, anyone can add a listing. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I know Prison of the Dead's up there. There's a few that would seem
I know
a little less
people
likely,
like
but then again,
people like to cite that, but anyone can add stuff. It's not reliable. People are like try to, but they have a listener, so that means it's not. It can happen coincidentally, but it's yeah. I can go.
I think your Blood Dolls should be coming up soon.
There is an HD master for that too. What?
Oh, I heard a beep, but that's okay. Probably me.
It's in your head. There is an HD master because well, now see, I'm checking if I have a beep. It is on Hulu in HD, or it might be on Full Moon Streaming in HD. It might be on both.
Yeah, I hope we'll get certain things. I mean, I would buy even some of their lesser stuff. I mean, Prison of the Dead, Horrible Dr. Bones. Maybe they'd have to do double features, but I'd love to see the entire catalog.
I know. It's just I don't know which ones like we're getting there. I have a bad feeling those are all finished on tape. So it's just a matter of them. But honestly, I would have guessed Creeps was. No, well, I don't know, but
97, 96.
Yeah. Unless they're reassembling them.
They may.
I mean, it's not
they may. I mean, hey, new product.
Yeah, it's not impossible. And just most people don't want to go through that hassle. But
yeah. Fuck, I'd love to get some of the cut Surrender Cinema titles. Hotel Exotica, that's one of their cut ones on DVD, and that is an awesome softcore porn.
Hold on. Let me see if I can never get Full Moon Streaming to click straight anymore. Oh, jeez. Oh, here, let's go to Full Moon Direct. Well, speaking of the Surrender Cinema stuff, trying to see if we can pull it up. Did you know
they had a new edit cobbled together or something, yeah.
A new edit? They're slowly re-releasing the classics.
Yes.
Similar to the Jess Franco line, where they have matching spines and reversible nude alternate wraps.
I would pay if they can, but the ones that are cut are kind of pointless, so, and it's very 50-50, unfortunately. I don't know if they just don't have the materials for the uncut versions, but, nonetheless.
I don't know,
and I want a PI and a video store. That would be fucking cool. I might do that.
Well, you better hope the PI business makes money.
I know. I'm seriously thinking about a brick and mortar store, but I don't know. I just don't know if I'll be able to make that work. It wouldn't just be movies, though. It'd have to be a little everything.
Oh, well, apparently Full Moon just got 10 Torch replicas just arrived. Get yours today before they're gone. 180 includes COA and stand. Well, also you went for 160 with COA stand and box from the original run. Hit me up.
There you go. I plugged my shit.
I debate daily whether I should get rid of my replicas because I never see Bleach Woman come back. I always see that Ring version. I have the 5 originals.
You never know what might pop up.
Yeah, but all right, enough plugging our stuff.
This guy should have gotten a little more sleazy when she doesn't want to pay. Could have asked for a BJ or something.
Well, hold on. Damn it, did I forget to add something? Ignore me, I'm doing stuff.
I'm going to call the cast, actually, for a sequel. I would fucking love to see King Kong Bundy or Al Snow as Van Helsing. Either one. And they both have acting experience. And I would do it. Bride of the Creeps. Bridget the Midget also has mainstream acting experience as the bride. The rest of the cast, I mean, at this point, I guess get who you can get, but I'm going to say that's totally doable. And I'm pitching it right now to Charles Band, Bridget the Midget, Bride of the Creeps.
I would see that.
Yeah, of course you would, Todd. It's fucking awesome. And King Kong Bundy or Al Snow, I don't think would command a huge salary. Here we are. The Fat Dude's Rape Cave.
I'm offended.
About the rape? Your Rape Cave has a projector that plays David Hess on a loop and lotion dispensers on the wall. It's totally different from this guy's Rape Cave.
This is very true.
You've got that same look on your face when you're telling them what foreign objects you're going to shove in their anuses. It's very, very similar.
It is.
Fresh from Tanky's Tool Shed. I'll give a cheap plug for you. Here's our head of the family cameo. Asking for Bad Lieutenant. There's a rapey movie. Rape the fucking
There you
nun.
go.
Did you ever get, this actually happened to somebody I knew way back in the day. Did you ever get because I know you did work in a video store, and did you ever get a video, an adult video, or any video, returned with cum on it? I shit you not, that happened at Sunburst Video.
Here's the thing. When I worked there...
Yes?
It was... hold on, here's the thing. When I worked there, it was already to the point where DVD had taken over.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it like this. I didn't have like a low shut on it, but there were fingerprints on there that shouldn't have been fingerprinted like that. So I'm assuming someone took that out before cleanup.
There you go. Believe it or not, I did know somebody. Sunburst Video, way back in the day, Washington State. They said it's like there was cum on the fucking videotape. I can't remember what.
I didn't expect that to be so loud. I thought it was going to play in the background. Well, that is your first taste.
That is
of some hard.
Some hot midget action, yes. That is Bridget the Midget taking it in the pooper, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
I believe.
No pooper yet. Those are the other two clips I have. That's just the regular.
Well, you have that to look forward to.
Yes, you can't start off with anal. Come on, man.
Yeah, you never go straight for anal. That's true.
I'm waiting for it.
I love this.
I'm waiting for them.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Speak on the scene.
This is where. Oh, go for it.
Be an asshole, Dan.
All right, fuck off, Todd. Yes, I was just going to say I love this. This is leading up to her basically threatening this guy with homosexual rape in prison. I don't think this guy has to worry about it, but. Homosexual gang rape.
Mr. Potato Head style? I don't know.
Shitpost reference.
Yes.
They did actually, and they pointed out on the Video Zone, they did have like some very capable actors around this period.
Yes.
That maybe now they've dipped a little bit, but Full Moon's never really had like horrible amateur acting for the most part. You usually had very capable actors, even in the poorer movies.
Yeah. I'm not
maybe not
say
Masumi Max, but you know, the titties made up for her acting.
The 3D scissors. I was going to say we know who'd get the lead in the Bride of Reanimator. For the
Bride of the Creeps?
Protagonist. Yes, sorry, Bride of the Creeps.
Oh, yes.
Whoops.
I think the bride should be a little person, though, because
I meant.
Yeah,
I meant,
it would probably be Robin Sidney, but you know, it should be a little person. I'm going to say it should be Bridget.
I don't mean for that. I meant like the female league, like this one. We have her. I meant for like whoever they're fucking with. the full size female lead. This one it's Anna, but I mean the Anna. I'll go with the Anna part.
I'm gonna take it. Yeah, it's gonna be. It would be if I did it new cast. I mean, it'd be really cool if they could get Fonda Caro back, but I don't know.
Well, they had
not
a different
big budget
person.
movie, though. I mean,
no, like I said, they had a different little person in Evil Bong 666, but I know they have other. They had a few different little people in.
Hey, Hornswoggle.
Yeah, no,
again.
And Unlucky Charms, that's the one. They had a few different ones, but didn't the lady one pass? There was a famous little person that recently passed. She was on something else also, but she was, and I can't remember if it was the guy or the girl.
Very familiar to this scenario.
Yeah.
Usually it's
Isn't
the
it
trunk
normal?
of your car. I mean, you don't. I don't know if you've ever tried anything in the library, although the taser would probably be valuable for that. Taking her back to the cave.
Well, that's the best place to go.
This guy's nicer than you.
Yeah.
You usually silence them with your penis or threaten to kill a puppy.
That's the way to do it.
He was an interesting actor in this one, actually. I can't remember. I know, of course, I know Rhonda Griffin was in Hideous, and I can't remember if this guy was in something else. Should know. I've seen like the entire catalog so many times, but I just can't think if he was.
What's his character name again? Was it Wilbur?
What was it?
Winston?
Yeah, I
Bieber?
think so.
Berber. Yeah.
Berber. There you go.
There we go. All right. He's lost some weight. He was some TV movie. He was a guard in Double Trouble with the Barbarian Brothers. He was on TV show. He was Mr. Green. I'm in 94 now. Mr. Green on Jugular Wine, A Vampire Odyssey. He was a widow man on Mad TV. He played the clown on an episode of Drew Carey Show. He did this in 97. He had an episode of Family Matters in 98. And he was in the TV movie of Houdini in 98 also. Then it seems to disappeared.
He's probably dead. That's sad.
Oh. It does not say here.
Of course, I looked for the girls. I didn't look for him on Facebook, but
Pictures are full of beans.
Wondering.
I don't know. It's weird. He's holding a picture of Bush's beans in the profile picture.
Don't tell me he became the Bush's baked bean guy.
He
I would
might.
have heard about that one.
Go look at his IMDb.
I couldn't find shit on Rhonda Griffin. I mean, I could not find her anywhere. You would think you could. I mean, 2012 was her last credit, so I mean, probably somewhere out there.
Well, I don't know if this is the right one, but there is a Remembering Bill Monahan on Facebook. Obituary.
Ooh. We're bumming him out, Todd. This is supposed to be a comedic commentary track.
I don't know if it's the same dude. Hold
He's
on.
alive
Damn.
and well. He's got hot bitches on so far.
Very well dressed. Italian suit, good looking, like a beautiful tall blonde.
Was it a lady midget?
No, the guy was a midget. The blonde was the lady.
Oh, I guess.
I mean, the lady.
Those midgets are funny. Sometimes I like to hold midgets. Yeah? I mean, they're funny. They always want to sit in the front seat.
We may have a song later.
We need credit music, right?
Yeah. Oh, boy. We've yet to offend them, but it's coming, I know.
I know. I'm just waiting for it. I forgot I'm stuck at the board all night.
See, now, like, she could have convinced him, 2017. She could have, like, shown her naughty pics on her cell phone or smartphone. Then he wouldn't have gone through all this. See, the fat dude took a bump. He should have paid homage to Bubba Ray Dudley. Bubba Ray Dudley, there you go. Now he could be the mad scientist in this one. Bring back his stuttering gimmick. He could kind of pull off the same role. He could be him.
Wow. Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
No, I'd rather just see Bubba take out all the little people. Uh-oh. Is it happening?
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's getting ready to. That is offensive, Todd. How dare you? I didn't know anything about that. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. You should apologize immediately.
All hate mail sent to Dan. That actually made me laugh too much. So I was trying not to laugh at the phone. So, Dan, do you have any little people stories you want to share?
I have some more jokes. What is the definition of pissed off?
What?
A midget with a yo-yo.
Wow.
This one's a little racist, but what the fuck? What do you call what do you call a Mexican midget?
What?
A paragraph, because he's too short to be an essay. There you go. That one's clever.
I'm allowed to laugh at that one. That was fucking funny.
He is. He has permission to laugh at it. And I have. No, I'm white. I can't. But I'm not laughing
well, here.
at it. I just told the joke.
Hold on. I got to play this then. It's a talking point, but since I got some sound clips, here we go. Because this has been an issue for you in the past, Dan. And, yeah, we'll just let this happen.
I think dwarf is a more offensive word than midget. Midget?
No, it's not.
Really?
It is not, Howard. It's not. It's, don't use midget.
I know.
I'll beat the shit out of you.
You ever nail any dwarf girls?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have. Twice.
Really?
At least.
Well, that was some extra facts about the late, great Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf who played God in Toxic Avenger Part 4, Citizen Toxie.
You're playing it while the fat dude's trying to tell Phil he's not a real boy.
Well, seems appropriate. So, here's the thing. I know some little people get offended if we use the M word.
Well, I'm going to just throw it right out there. We did offend somebody because there was an event Todd was at called Extreme Midget Wrestling. That's the name of the show, and I believe the promoter, or at least a couple of those said that the promoter is a little person. And I'm quoting exact. He's like, I'm not a fucking little person. That is condescending. I am a midget. That is an exact quote. So I don't know. I don't know if there's consensus on that, but yes,
it depends.
Don't give a fuck.
They're kind of split on that. Like, well, as you heard, Hank's another one who does not like to be called midget. But yeah, okay. As I've grown up, we had midget wrestling. You pointed out the extreme midget thing. There's still another one that travels. Well, extreme midget wrestling travels the country. There's another one not run by a little person. It's run by NWA Vendetta. That is called Midget Mania.
Dwarf just sounds like a fucking mythological creature. I don't know. I don't know. That's another paraphrasing what I was told, and it's like, no, midget's fine. I mean, it'd be offensive if you said, "Hey, midget," but it's fine.
Just don't say it with the.
According to
don't say it with the.
I know more than a handful. I'm just saying.
Some midgets are my best friend. Yeah, it's one of those things where some people treat it like it is like the N-word, but it's not, because I don't know it's like that. You know what I mean? Everyone knows the N-word's the N-word, but with midget, it's a little different. And I wish we had someone on who could straighten us out, but we don't. I don't think anyone's going to want to call in on that. That is a little person. Plus, we don't take calls on commentaries.
No calls on commentaries. But I'm just saying, I've known a few, and they said, I don't give a fuck. Because that was like almost a big thing when we offended that certain someone. But, I mean, that was literally all it was. I made a King Kong Bundy joke. I don't think he got the joke because he must not have been a wrestling fan. And got
you said,
kind of upset.
I remember you said I had some midget business to handle. And he was like, what midget business does he have to handle?
And I didn't pick up on it right away. I was just answering like normal, and I'm like, oh, he's pissed. And yes, that's what happened, unfortunately.
Because as much as Dan likes to offend on like the show and doesn't give a shit, you're not one actively on Facebook. You're the opposite, I think, on Facebook. Unless you're in shit posts, then you just have fun.
Well, I figure if you're on that site, if you're offended by anything, don't be on that fucking site. But I literally, and I'm not even going to repeat it, I saw something that actually offended me a week ago, and I tried to trick Todd into looking, and he didn't because he wasn't friends with the person, our former hooker friend, let's just say. And all I will say is it involved shit, like shit, literally shit, and the sex act. And it was the most vile, it nearly made me puke. But hey, You have a right to post it. I'm not a censorship guy. Post whatever the fuck you want. It's free country. So.
Ironically, that should have been on Shitpost then, huh?
Oh, God, no. I don't think anybody could take that. That was fucked up.
Well, I missed it, darn.
Trust me. You would have been pissed if you looked. I mean, this was... I mean, I thought I was going to yak. It was horrible. So that's just my opinion on it. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's consensus on that. I felt bad after I did it, but honest to God, I thought, well, you know, I've not known anybody that has any problem with that term. So there you go. Little person just sounds condescending. It's like, I'm not a little person. You know?
I know. I agree. It sounds it to me too, but I don't know.
Oh, now here is your R. I don't mean to cut you off, but here comes what I think absolutely an R-rated. I mean, there's no nudity in this particular scene, but this goes R-rated. I mean, anything masturbation seems to be like it's R-rated. They did that with But I'm a Cheerleader, and they didn't show anything graphic, but Natasha Lyonne in that kind of had her hand down, and it's implied, and you know, so. Here's your R rating. I think even back in '97, this was going to get you the R rating.
Does she masturbate and everything? I don't remember that. Or are you getting the movies confused, or does she do it in both? Because I know she does it in Slums of Beverly Hills.
Maybe it was Slums. It was one of her earlier movies, but it was one of those ones where I thought it was But I'm a Cheerleader, but I could be wrong. But that's all it was.
No.
Didn't show anything graphic, but you knew what she was doing. But this scene here would definitely get you an R rating because it's, you know, it's very obvious what she's doing. She's rubbing it on her crotch. Speaking of which, Todd actually did this when he was a kid. His mom caught him with green eggs and ham, and it was a really big incident.
Right.
Couldn't open the pages anymore.
Damn straight. Don't fuck with me and my green eggs and ham.
You painted those eggs white.
Hold on. Wait for it.
You know what's actually interesting watching this movie over again, and it's why I would like to see a sequel? You don't really get to see our monsters do a whole lot. I mean, really, they don't really kill anyone. I mean, they're fairly docile. I actually feel a Creeps 2 would be very viable and entertaining.
I have to think it also could have been to do with the little people, and that they may have only had them limited time.
Possibly. I mean, this is higher end than this is still. I mean, this predates the urban label by a year or two, I think, and that's when the budgets really got very low. Very small, no pun intended.
I'm looking at just the Mummies, the Wolfman's IMDb.
Ah,
he's literally credited
Wolfman
as
fondling titties.
He's literally credited as midget in Little Black Book.
Okay, so there you go. IMDb is offensive. You need to go after IMDb.
I agree.
That's a pretty cool role, though. Just getting your titties fondled by Mini Wolfman.
So you know what we need now? Some midget anal.
Who? Yeah.
Oh.
That is a midget getting it up the butt by a full-sized man. Ed Powers, I believe.
Yes. Wait. But you know what?
I'm gonna let you take your fangs Put it up that side.
that is Bridget showing Ed Powers her butthole. Just so you get the visual.
I think
anybody can PM me
time.
for the movie link. And now we have titties.
Yeah.
See, Todd, R-rated movie. You're not going to have the Wolfman fondling titties. If the Wolfman fondled titties in Monster Squad, that PG-13 would turn into a fucking R.
Well, it should have had that. Yeah.
She'd be like tweaking her nipples a little bit. Fondacaro is a pro. He's not staring at those titties.
The only thing, though, is
my eyes.
I think they would have. I want to say they would have had it re-rated. Had to have had it re-rated for when they went under the original title of Deformed Monsters, or went under the other title, because Deformed Monsters is rated PG-13. I'm wondering if they did manage to slip it by.
I don't know.
See certificates.
And I mean, this is like a very long, prolonged view of her titties, and it's just.
I know.
Especially now. Like maybe it would have slipped back then, but definitely not now.
It feels like the opposite. I'm going to see if I can find out more.
I feel like it's just a mistake. I mean, it's not a particular. I mean, it's not. You know, Head of the Family definitely had some heavier sex stuff. I mean, this one is somewhat lighter, but you know. Poor Frankenstein's monster didn't get to fondle some titties.
I wonder if the mistake was on IMDb's part. Then, when whoever was throwing the cover together for Full Moon looked at that as reference and pulled that. Because
I am going to say that's what it is because, yeah. But it is one of those ones you kind of look at, and it's like I could have seen this start. I mean, because they did some of those. Like Frankenstein Reborn and some of those like themed films. It's like you could almost look at this and think, who knows? Maybe this started out being a, kind of a Leprechaun scenario where it was going to be a little more geared towards teens, and then it just became because there's no language really to speak of. There's no gore, but you do get several minutes worth of titties. That's R-rated material.
So are you telling me the fucking MPAA website, for all the bullshit they did, they don't even have a fucking database you can search to see what the fucking movie was rated? That's some nonsense. Yet they have a link for preserve free speech. How can I submit to get on this thing? Careers.
I'm amazed Jacqueline Lavelle wasn't in this one. 1997 digital effects. There's Xena.
I can legitimately apply for an MPPA job. Should I go
MPA?
MPAA.
Why are all these rape movies getting PG-13 ratings? Fuck. Todd, you wouldn't last long.
I know. Once I try to give one of those superhero movies like Avengers and R like they deserve, I'd get looked at. Wait. So we can have like 85 people die in like 2 minutes, but we show half a titty, it's rated R. Makes no sense to me.
Absolutely, titty, it's R. Maybe the monsters in this didn't attack as much because it just not as believable, although Dracula does employ his superpowers in this. I was going to say, I mean, she could just pick him up and use the mummy as a fucking tampon at this point. I mean, it's just,
Yeah. As long as, I still want a sequel to No Malone.
I do. Yeah, that'd be good. Troyer's not really doing much now. Fuck, they could maybe get Troyer in a Full Moon movie at this point. Possibly. They'd have to pay him, but it might be worth it.
But that's the thing, though, with Troyer. You're just propping him up in a corner and doing it. At this point, do No Malone 2 and fucking give it to Hornswoggle.
He'd get
He can
that
move.
GFW cross promotion. Yeah, that's true. He can take a bump.
Fuck, better use
Leprechaun Origins was a shit movie, but it's not his fault. He was basically irrelevant in that one.
It's true. But I felt bad because I told you I went to the premiere on that, and he was so excited for it, and for some reason they had Summer Rae there. She looks just as rough as in person.
Still has a job. Hasn't
No.
been released yet.
Or is it? No. Yeah, it was Miz and Summer Rae. Yeah. I don't know why Miz was there. He had nothing to do with that. And
I think their Marine movie was around the same time.
It was in Hollywood. It was fucking the week of SummerSlam, so like, you know, they always send Miz out to do those promotional things though. He's a good talker. But
he is.
Yeah,
he's a cool dude.
I felt bad that the movie was as shitty as it was because Hornswoggle seemed so excited.
There's your 3D candle shot, Todd.
I know. I've seen this in 3D quite a few times. Well, like I said, I have the DVD. It's on high definition. It's that old stereoscopic 3D, but it works. At least it's on Anaglyph. That's red and blue for non-3D folks.
Yeah, stuff that made me feel like I was going to have a seizure back in the day. Never been a 3D guy.
I know.
Wolfman looks like he's got nards on his chin. That's an interesting makeup job. Midget nards.
They basically took the whole Wolfman's got nards thing. Wow. Frankenstein monster Thomas Wellington literally has one credit.
He's interviewed in the actually he kind of looked a little familiar, but obviously not, but
Joe Smith,
gig, I would imagine, being a little person actor, but you know.
Joe Smith is also the Mummy is also one. We have good old Phil, who's had he's still working.
Todd, you need to see his Touched by an Angel episode. My mom was a Touched by an Angel fan. I fucking thought it was just the most ridiculous show in the world. But I remember one time I was grabbing food. She was watching it way back. I mean, this was probably late 90s. Probably, truthfully, not too far from this movie, but I was looking at it, and I'm like, that's fucking Phil Fontecchio. And it took place, he was like a sideshow owner, and like he had a full-size son, and there was some, I don't know, the mother died. It was like, I mean, it was probably very serious, but I laughed through the whole thing.
It was 2000.
Fucking Phil Fontecchio.
It's called A Clown's Prayer. He played Leroy Trucker. I'm looking, and he hasn't worked as much as I thought. His last role was Devil Dolls in 2012, and Immortally Yours.
That was
2009.
Clips, right?
What? Oh yeah, that was that.
Devil Dolls.
That's true. So
yeah, it was a
that was
show.
the Full Moon one. Yes, that was. So 2009 with he has not had a. Wow, that's actually a long time for him not to have done it. 8 years, and before that he had that tiny cameo in Evil Bong, Destinant Evil, Land of the Dead. Oh wow, I thought he was still. I see him around. It seems like all the time though.
He hasn't done a lot lately, but he's a great actor.
Yeah, I mean, shit, he's been. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he a child actor too when he started? Because I know he was an Ewok in Return of the Jedi. Of course, Warwick Davis.
I think he was a young man. I don't think he was a child. I think, if I recall, but
hold on, let's see what year. Warwick Davis
was
born in
58.
No, sorry. Phil was born in 58.
Warwick,
which I know.
He's younger, I think, but even he's getting up.
That's what I'm checking. Yeah, 1970. Okay. Yeah, he's quite.
Yeah.
So Phil would have had quite a few. I know. I feel kind of racist bringing up the other little person, but if it wasn't for him, I'd say Phil's probably the most successful. But damn it, Warwick beat him out.
Well, let's be honest, Todd. Right now, I think there's a little person actor that's much more successful, and that's Peter Dinklage.
Never heard
big
of him.
Mainstream success. Game of Thrones. He was in.
What's that?
Like,
I've seen the guy in Elf.
What? It wasn't
the
an
guy
Elf.
in Elf. Not Alf, not with an A, with an E.
Oh, Elf. Okay, I was like,
yes.
What the fuck are you talking about, Todd? No, I think Dinklage would be the most successful. I mean, actually, definitely in terms.
Yeah, I'm looking at these lines. Yeah,
you know, it's the.
I don't know though. I'm looking between Dinklage, just because he's on a super cult show. And hold on, let me look at Warwick.
Yeah, but he's had some mainstream roles. He was in a Melissa McCarthy movie. He was in Pixels with Adam Sandler in a main role. He had some bigger. I mean,
can I please? Yes, I'm defending Warwick. The Harry Potter franchise, Star Wars franchise.
Yeah, but a bit role.
Untitled Han Solo Star Wars anthology film.
Warwick may be the best midget in our hearts, but Peter Dinklage is. I guarantee you, none of them have ever gotten Peter Dinklage money. I'm just talking mainstream. I'm not saying he's the best, but
that's true.
No, I don't think anybody's made Peter Dinklage money. That little guy gets 7 figures for Game of Thrones. I guarantee it.
I was going to say that there's an argument for Warwick. The one difference is that show. You get rid of that show, they're pretty neck and neck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you had Willow. I mean, Leprechaun, at least the first one was a mainstream success. First 2 probably. Mommy's going to get some action. I don't know. Would she still be a virgin? I don't know if a midget dick could break a hymen.
Oh, wow.
Mommy gets too carried away.
I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that one. I don't know.
It must have been a bad joke if you're like no-selling it.
No.
I'm afraid.
No, I don't think it's bad. I think that might be inaccurate. Because I remember some old school midget porn with it looked even bigger because it was like normal size on their tiny frame.
You never know. So you're basically saying, you might have Dinklage or Fonda Caro walking around with like a 12-inch cock. That'd be kind of odd.
I didn't say giant. I said normal size, so it looked bigger.
Oh, okay. 12 inches is normal?
Dan.
I must be massive. And nobody will say anything different. I am single. I'm just saying.
Well.
If Fonda Caro didn't kill anybody in this, he should have at least seduced her. He should have used his power, and we should have gotten a Dracula, a mini Dracula love scene. There's a lot to still do with this franchise. I want creeps too. But then again, we still haven't gotten Bride of the Head of the Family, and I don't know if that's ever going to happen now. So I think this is actually easier to pull off, but what do I know?
Yeah. Holy shit, he was Greaser Greg in the Garbage Pail Kids movie. I forgot about that.
Fonda Caro?
Yep.
I only saw that once when I was a kid. Didn't care for it. I've almost impulse buyed it a few times, but
I love it. It's garbage, but I love it. I'll tell you how bad, good, bad, whatever you want to call it, it was. I went to see it opening day. This was at the theater back in the days when, it was the big theater. It had 8 screens. It started off with the giant one as they slowly progressed to small. It was literally the smallest screen, which honestly, my pull-down screen I have now is probably about the same size.
No pun
intended. It had like, right. It had like, it was so small. The aisle was down the middle, and there was probably 4 rows of chairs on either side, maybe 10 deep. So if you do the math, how small that room was, and that was opening day. So that's how much faith they had on selling those Garbage Pail Kid the Movie tickets. And it wasn't a case where like they had it in the big one and they moved it down. I was there at the first screening, opening day. So
yeah,
there's that.
Maybe Steve Carell can be the Virgin in the Hollywood remake.
Oh, wow.
That'd be an interesting show, recasting full moon movies with mainstream stars. Peter Dinklage is the head of the family.
No. Sorry, Father Caro. You're just a mummy now.
Ryan... Michael Fassbender is Andre Toulon. I don't know.
No, come on. We all know that's Macaulay Culkin's role. All he has to do is take it.
You could probably get Macaulay. Money's got to be run. That Home Alone money's got to be running low by now. Meth is expensive.
I don't know. He seems to be doing well now.
He could be in like a Hills Have Eyes movie at this point, though. I mean, Jesus Christ. The last picture I saw of Macaulay Culkin. No makeup. Right. He could be the new Barryman. He don't need no fucking makeup.
What is going on with that other Puppet Master? Because, we got 2 Puppet Masters coming up.
Well, the non-full moon one should be in post now, I think. I haven't... You know what's funny? The Hollywood... I mean, I don't know Hollywood, but the non-full moon remake sounds like a fucking full moon storyline, like a modern day full moon storyline. I mean, it's like a self-aware. This sounds like something that full moon would do. Because I hate to say this, and I love full moon. I love Empire. Special place in my heart. Anybody that listens to the that past show we did on full moon and Empire will know, that was my thing. That is my thing. But Puppet Master was the one thing I was kind of looking forward to a reboot, because I just don't think they have the means to make a proper Puppet Master movie. I would love to see a sequel to this. I'd love to see a sequel to Head of the Family. Those are things they can do, but Puppet Master, it's just not the same. I mean, I'm okay with the new movies, but they're not what they used to be, and I don't think they can be.
I haven't watched. I think the last one I watched is 10. I haven't watched 11, and 12's the one about to come out. But I watched the trailer for the new one, and I was just like, oh my God. When I saw the normal-sized people in, like, costumes that were, like, made miniature to make a move, I was just like, oh, God, I missed stop motion.
I miss stop motion too. Although I will be fair, there have been some very small indies in recent memory, some Brett Piper stuff, another guy I used to, I mean I still do, but not so much his last couple movies, where it just didn't work. Actually, I don't think it was Piper. I think it was the Polonias. I don't know. Dark Sleep was one. It had some we reviewed it. I think had some really bad stop motion, but
yes, The Littlest Reich is in post production. I'm just looking at the cast. Yes, Edo Kier is Andre Toulon works. Michael Pare, nice. I don't know who the fuck Edgar is, but why did we got Thomas Lennon? I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't say Hollywood, but something that with a budget. at this point.
Yeah, this still doesn't look very Hollywood to me. I'm just saying.
It's not, but I don't think Full Moon. I mean, they don't cast many celebrities anymore. I don't even know if Eric Roberts counts anymore. He's like the whore of Hollywood. I mean, he'll pop up in something big, but he'll do just about anything.
Yeah, and Skeeter Jenkins, I don't know who that is. Betsy Holt. Kennedy Summers is a Playboy chick. Yeah, the only one who looks, I don't even think Thomas Lennon is going to be, he producing it somehow. Got two
I know
directors.
it sounds horrible, but Puppet Master would be the one I'd almost just like to see them whore it out to something where they can have the money to do it right. And I know we're not talking about the creeps right now, but yeah.
I know, you're right. I just don't know if they're going to do it right, but I hate the new look of Blade. That's the only thing. I don't mind Tunneler or any of the other ones. The Blade one bothers me. Hopefully he looks
I'm
better
kind of
late.
indifferent. But I don't know. Udo
that's
Kier, can't be all bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but how much is on?
I'd be more excited if it weren't for the storyline, but.
You mean the one that was like probably the next Full Moon one? Oh yeah, they bought the script too for the next one. I'll be honest. I've never been a fan of the Nazi ones, the period set ones. 3, I know everyone loves 3. 3's not my favorite.
I love 3.
Yeah, see, I'm about to restart watching the series to prep for Axis Termination, but I love 2. Well, I love 1. I love 2, but I think 2 is my favorite. 4 and 5.
I think I do agree with you now with the budgets being what they are. I think the World War II stuff's a little too ambitious. It'd probably be better. I hate to say it, but just put them in the hood or something goofy like that. Where
puppets in the hood? Why did this not happen?
Absolutely, I will take puppets in the hood. I will. I mean, hey, they can probably have an easier time pulling that off. Put some more money, elsewhere. I don't know. Don't have to worry about cost. Wardrobe's expensive. I mean, I've only done that on like a very, very low scale, but wardrobe is fucking expensive. Like you try and get period piece stuff. I had a script for a period piece horror movie once, and I'm like, I am literally never gonna fucking make that. I mean, no way.
That's why we're literally on the 3rd one because they're like reusing the wardrobe.
Yeah.
I don't dislike the 3rd Puppet Master. It's just not my favorite. I like the modern one.
Yeah, no, I get that. Here comes the portal. This is where we could have our Jerry O'Connell cameo.
No,
maybe John Rhys Davies.
Yeah, we'll probably have to get
just
Charlie
drag
O'Connell.
him into the portal. They could get Charlie O'Connell. He is affordable.
Hey, and he was
I don't know. Jerry
Sliders.
O'Connell might be getting close to being affordable too.
Yeah, but he's got the
he's
wife
got that
money.
Rebecca Romaine money.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing about this one. It really screams for a sequel because we do not get to see the monsters fuck anyone up.
Were you talking
even the
about
lesbians alive in the If anybody wants to see the actual video, PM me. It's impressive.
We're running out of time.
Like trying to. Yeah, it's like trying to stick like a giant kielbasa in a keyhole. It's like very it's impressive. She did a good job.
I have to tell you, I've met Ed Powers a few times.
Oh,
he used to go, yes, at WWE shows with his son. So it was always weird watching people go up to him. Because, he's there with his son.
Here comes the sequel, please. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Todd.
Oh, no. Yes, he's a wrestling fan, so there you go. Here he still pops up.
That's an awkward. I loved it when you popped that midget in the pooper. It's right there. Give him a thumbs up. A little John Woo reference.
There you go.
I want to know what the fuck's with that creepy ass elephant in the background. It's like deformed eyes.
Piece. It's
from like some abandoned full moon movie.
Charlie loves his little things.
I always mark out for old school video store footage.
Oh, I did too.
This was obviously a smaller storefront, but
one of the reasons I love the opening of Toxic Avenger 3 too.
I think that's one thing that got me about that Beyond the Gates movie. It was like the video store just wasn't that impressive, and at that point, that's probably literally the only choice they had for filming. But it just wasn't like an old school video store. Just didn't feel like it. We do have Videodrome still here in Atlanta, though. There is a place where you can still rent movies. And I guess Family Video, that Canadian chain, they're like the only true chain left. So there is one that still exists, and I think they have storefronts in the Midwest, I believe, here in the U.S.
Yes, I always see people. I know that they carried like the Barn, and people were getting it for like $5 because when they're done with it, they sell them off cheap. So
yeah.
I
mean, towards the end, to be honest, I bought more previewed stuff than I really did rent, but they were still getting my money.
They were.
Monica Films on sale. I don't know who Monica's supposed to be.
Uh-oh.
Finally gets the girl.
Credit.
Fucking Fonda Caro should have gotten the girl. Here we go.
What?
Joe Smith.
There
Looks like
go.
he's butt fucking something. John Simonton with the nards on his chin.
Yep.
Thomas Wellington. Would have been cool to have like separate movies with each of these guys too. What is this movie?
Wasn't that discussed for a minute? Didn't they have plans for something like that?
I don't know. This is an interesting one that I'd love to, as we go through the credits here. Hopefully you're not dead, Bill Moynihan. You might be, but hopefully you're not. Yeah, I really felt this was always an odd one to me. Like maybe Bride of the Head of the Family was a case where the budgets just started to go down fast and maybe they didn't think they could pull it off, but The Creeps was a weird one for me. I don't know, maybe it didn't sell quite as well, although I can't imagine that would be the case. There are a couple other little person-themed horror movies with the cast of little people. Ankle Biters is one. Really bad, fun one. There are a few. But, yeah, I don't know. This one just seems totally doable, and I'm like, you're still making movies. I would very much like a sequel to something like this and another Evil Bong, to be honest. But you're more the Evil Bong guy. I love my Ginger Dead Man, but Evil Bong,
I wouldn't say that. I enjoy them for what they are, and I'm thankful they're like an hour at this point. And they kind of lost me on their last one, but I would gladly have anything else than more Evil Bongs.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody from Full, and I'm really not totally joking, because people would fucking see it. Al Snow or King Kong Bundy as Van Helsing, Bridget the Midget is the Bride of the Creeps, or, let's be honest, I know it'll probably be a full-size Robin Sidney as the Bride of the Creeps, but I actually think it would be cooler to have a little person playing the role. So I'm going to say Bridget the Midget. I don't know. Maybe you can get Tim Thomerson to pop up in there or something. But yes.
If they could get Tim Thomerson to pop up in anything, we'd have Trancers 7 at this point.
I don't know. I haven't really. I'm kind of like, I don't follow movie like production news like I used to. I mean, I used to live on, when's Jeepers Creepers 3 going to happen? When's, going way back, when are we going to finally get Freddy versus Jason or an Evil Dead sequel? It just was, it's like, nah. You can spend years doing that. It's like, once I see it's actually in production, then we will talk about it. So I don't know where some of the full moon stuff lies. I don't know. Is Bride of the Head of the Family still happening? I mean, we get fucking merchandise from it. I mean, is that one still
I don't think it
possible?
ever was.
I don't know if you...
I mean, like... Excuse me. I don't think it was recently. I think it was, back in the day. But... I don't know. It could end up happening. I don't know.
I hear it all the time. Where the fuck is Bride of the Head of the Family? And I know at least a few times band has said it was still coming, but I don't think I ever really ever heard much about any kind of a Creep sequel.
Yeah, well,
and again,
ask him next. He's easily accessible. Ask him next convention you're at.
Absolutely. I don't know if he'd be candid with you, though. That's the only thing. But I mean, Band is actually really cool to talk to. For all the, I know there's some people that don't particularly like him, but I got to say, every time I've met him, awesome dude, very personable. I've even gotten some freebies from him, so he's a cool dude. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
I show him my ancient full moon membership card. He's like, "Wow."
Another one actually, because there were, I don't know, maybe mid-2000s, and that was, I mean, there was definitely a decline after that even, but I loved Dr. Moreau's House of Pain. I actually thought that was one of the underrated later full moon movies. I want to say that would have been around 04, 05, somewhere around the first Ginger Dead Man time. Ginger Dead Man 2 was probably the last full moon movie that I could actually say was great. I think that's a great B movie. I thought it was better than the first one.
I agree. I also like 3, though.
I like 3, but it wasn't 2. 2 was like, for me, that was like, oh wow, I wish Full Moon was still. I mean, they still may, and I'm still very much. I love Full Moon. I wish they were making more movies, but it is what it is right now. I do have to watch Ravenwolf Towers though, but I'm just annoyed buying half-hour episodes at a time on DVD.
Yeah,
I want that on fucking Blu-ray. But Killjoy's where the current quality is for me. I think the Killjoy franchise has actually been pretty good, considering the first one's not that good.
Yeah, I need to catch up on those.
Yeah.
I know I have the full moon streaming. I should take advantage. I should be watching Ravenwolf Towers. I gotta catch up on those. I think they're only on episode 3.
I know on DVD they are. It's it's a little frustrating for me though to watch, and because it's like I'm gonna hammer those out so fast that then it's gonna, I don't know how long a wait it's gonna be, and
a new
I don't know.
episode.
Although full moon streaming's got something weird also, so
yes, and Blue Underground. A new episode of that is every full moon. So every time there's a full moon, that's so.
You think we'll get Blu-rays of that's kind of what I'm holding out for.
I have no idea. We lucked out on Trophy Heads.
Yeah, I want the whole. Huh?
I said we lucked out on Trophy Heads.
Yeah, I was going to say, but they put out quite a bit so far. I mean, I want to see Bad Channels. I want to see Netherworld. Yes. I mean, there's still definitely some Full Moon stuff.
Yes.
Big titles.
Shrunken Heads.
Shrunken Heads, yes. There's. I was really glad we got Dark Angel. That was like, okay, well, we got that. I think Blood Dolls, I can't imagine that's not going to be one of the next ones.
Yeah, that one's ready to go.
Arcade, yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming, because they're through with Puppet Master. We still need Subspecies 4.
Yes, that's true.
One more what?
Well, one more Puppet Master, but they said it's coming.
If there's some that they're just absolutely not going to happen, I'd love to know. If you see them again, you'll have to ask, like, is there any that we can pretty much cross off the list that just aren't going to happen? I don't expect to see Moonbeam Blu-rays. I don't necessarily expect to see Surrender Cinema Blu-rays. Those ones I know probably won't happen, but out of the Full Moon label, what can we expect? Just ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll answer that for you, but
Dan's holding that on his Ooga Booga DVD or Blu-ray.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there were a few. The only one, I mean, there's not a lot of Full Moon movies I hate. I always said I just didn't like Unlucky Charms. That was kind of a low point for me, and I'm just not a huge Evil Bong fan, and that's, of course, that's been such a... But other than that, like I said, stoner humor is 50-50 for me. It always has been. Sometimes it'll hit, like half-baked. Sometimes it just doesn't work, But I guess I should say, I'm sure we'll have a closing song, but I know we're going to be on Thursday with some of our Vinegar Syndrome titles. I know we're going to have a couple shows worth of Vinegar Syndrome, and I'm not sure what else yet, but I know we're going to have the new Vinegar Syndrome Blu-rays for sure on the next Thursday show. And trying to think anything else to plug. I should have, God, I was going to say we didn't have a news segment, but God, I thought that was funny with Strowman and Karen Jarrett.
Yes.
I want to make the meme, though, if that were Brock Lesnar, the I don't give a shit about your kids meme. Somebody's probably already beaten me to it, but
yeah,
maybe I'll do it after. But, Flesh Wound Dan on eBay. Todd, I'm always plugging my shit. You've got to have something to plug. UEW, something.
Nothing. No plugging this week.
Are you selling some porn? All right, next week. And I do have porn up for sale on eBay, too. I will try and find some really, nasty stuff for our listeners, but I do have some porn up there. I don't think I put it up yet, but I do have a Ghostbusters porn. I have... God, what else do I have up there? I have some classic porno, but it's not just porno. I have horror, sci-fi. I'm going to have more action figures. Just sold a Halloween 2 Michael Myers figure that was really cool. Have some more stuff up. So, Flesh Wound Dan, cheap plug. That's all I've got, Todd.
So, your song for the night that you picked, all Dan.
Todd made me. Todd did it.
Yeah, well.
That's going to be our Flesh Wound Radio shirt. It's going to be #blame Todd.
I just pushed the button.
We need to do shirts. We need shirts, Todd. I'm telling you. We got to have, your face. Maybe you as, a puppet master with strings, and you've got, David Hess, all of these classic rapey characters. We will see. You may have the Flesh Wound T-shirts at some point. All right. Well, that's all I've got. So let's send them out with your song, Todd.
Come on. Dan's song. All right, we'll be back next week. Enjoy. This is Dan's autobiographical song, by the way, too.
Knows all.
Life's got me mad, but if I had a midget, I'd be glad to watch him jump around on my Nintendo Power Pad. He'd have a big head, short legs, and long torso. The name that I give my pet midget is Little Gordo. I teach him tricks like backflips and sidekicks. When company came over, he'd perform and get tips. While I'm eating at night, in the kitchen, he'd be able to get the food scraps that I threw under the table. If my midget was ever bad and acted enraged, then I'd take him to the bathroom and put him in his cage. But if he kept acting up and really made me sick, I'd hang him upside down and poke him with a stick. Little Gordo would be good most of the time, though. He'd like to wear a helmet and run around yelling hi-yo. I take him for walks in the park on the weekends, and if he saw other midgets, he'd say, can we be friends? He'd only need a 3-foot coffin when he was dead, and he'd be in the Guinness Book for the world's biggest head. With a funny little fellow, but don't call him a shrimp, or he'll attack your leg, 'cause Gordo's a tough gimp. He'd have a pogo ball that he'd bounce on for hours, and dirty little fathead Gordo wouldn't take showers. When Halloween came, he wouldn't be a chump, getting all the candy going around as a tree stump.
Midget is a midget, 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 midget is a midget. Midget is a midget, 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 midget is a midget.
Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes.
Sometimes my friends would chase Gordo with a gun. It'd be fun, because midgets wobble when they run. They're so close to the ground, it's so easy to kick. They're so slow in the head, it's so easy to trick. Gordo could do somersaults, his special thing. At the fair, I would make him enter mud wrestling. Sometimes he'd wear stilts and pretend to be tall, so I'd kick him over, and then I'd laugh at him fall. Silly little Gordo, just be yourself. I'd put wood on his head, and he'd just be himself. He'd do funny little dances, but that's irrelevant. At the beach, Gordo got attacked by pelicans. He had a girlfriend once, but she was an ogre. It didn't last long, 'cause he couldn't fuck her sober. Gordo had a problem, Gordo wet the bed, so I'd make him wear diapers on his ass and his head. He'd have to clean up his own cage himself, and if he lost a little weight, he'd be a Keebler elf. He'd really be something, my mangled little munchkin, plus his head would be larger than any big pumpkin. This perfect little fool would make a perfect footstool. Sometimes I'd kick him in the head and say, bitch, be cool. I'd have a great life, I'd be happy, I know, if I only owned a little pet midget named Gordo.
Midget is a midget, 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 midget is a midget. Midget is a midget, 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 midget is a midget.